Hello, welcome to lecture 2.1, an overview of QGIS user interface. I'm going to walk you through the fundamental elements of QGIS user interface. So let me go and open my QGIS setup there. I'm working with QGIS 3.22 long-term release. Any other QGIS with 3. Going above will be sufficient for this course. So when you open your QGIS, you have something like this. Under recent projects, for me, I've worked on a number of projects with it. That's why they're showing, but for you to just be blank. If it's just blank, it doesn't have any of these, then well and good. If it's like this, double click on new empty project, and then you have an entire software open to you. So let's go now and start looking at the individual elements of this particular software. So we have quite a number of them. We have 6 of them, as you can see on the diagram. So we shall look at all of them. Number 1, we have layers list, browser panel. Number 2, we have tools bar. Number 3, we have maps canvas. Number 4, we have status bar. Number 5, we have site toolbar. Number 6, we have locator bar. So we shall go into detail and look at all of them in terms of what they have and what they offer for us. So we're going to start with the layers and the browser panel. So the layers, which is what you're seeing here, this one here is the layers. So the layers will have all the data that you have imported into QGIS to work with available right here. Everything will be available right there. You can move your cursor there on the layer, and you'll be able to see the information about that layer. You can right click on the layer and it will give you all the options that you can work on it. So you can have as many layers as need be, depending on what you are working on. So in a nutshell, layers is what organizes and gives you access to all the data that you have loaded in QGIS. Then we have the browser panel, which basically is this one here. And with this, it gives you access to what is in the computer. So you can import data from here into your layers and have it displayed on the map canvas. So one beautiful thing about the layers, the browser panel, is the possibility of creating shortcuts as favorites. You can right click on any of the folders that you want, maybe contacts, have the data in there, it will pop up. I can right click and remove from favorite, remove from favorite. So once I click like that, once I'll be able to access. But if I don't, it means I have to click there, open, so on and so forth. So these two work hand in hand. You can access data locally on your hard drive, external hard drive, or remote database anywhere. This is the purpose for that. Maybe let me just add Google Satellite. I'll drag it, and as you can see, as I drag it, it's displayed on the layer. So this is basically what happens when you drag and add the data. It's displayed. I can zoom in to where I can zoom into Zambia, and as you can see, I can turn off the OpenStreetMap, and I'll remain with the Google Satellite. If I want, I can turn it off. I can hover my cursor there, and it will give me information about the data type. So this is basically what layers and browser have in common. I can also drag them to however I want them to be. For example, I can do this. So as you can see, the browser is there, the layer is there. If I want, I can bring them here, as you can see, up there like that. I don't like that. If I don't like that, drag the layers like that and drag it like that, or I can drag it here. I can say, okay, I only want one layer. I want the layer to be here. So I have the layers here, I have the browser here. So it's just up to you. So when you see something that is off, so this is how you can customize. So basically, I'm just showing how you can customize your user interface, which is quite handy. So now that we've looked at the browser and the layers, we look at the toolbar, and the toolbar is what you're seeing right on top. So basically, the toolbar will give you access to all the tools that are available in QGIS for your use. For example, we have a file toolbar, which is this one here. This one here, I can drag it, so I can save. I can open an existing project. So we have many tools, and how you customize the toolbar, there are two ways. You can come on view. Let me just remove the presentation. So you can come on view, and once you go on panels, you have all of them available there. You go on toolbar, you have all of them available there. You can also right click under an empty toolbar. Anywhere where it's empty, you can right click, and then you have panels available and toolbars available. You can turn off the layers, turn off the browser, and as you can see, it's blank. It doesn't mean that you've deleted, you've just made them not to be visible. So there are people who think they have lost that, but they've not lost it. You just come in and turn them on. You can turn as many as you need, depending on what you are working on. So as we advance in this course, this is what we'll eventually be looking at as we apply this on our data sets. So this is about the tools bar, which I've shown you how you can customize, make it visible. We have this side toolbar, which can also be moved. So we just added it as a side toolbar because of its relevance to the introductory necessity of this course. So the next is the map canvas. The map canvas is this entire part. As you can see, my cursor moving, including where the presentation is the map canvas. So for the map canvas, this is where the map is displayed and all the layers are loaded like we saw when we added the base map. You can turn them on, turn them off. You can zoom in, you can zoom out, you can move the map, you can select features, and many other operations that you will do on the map canvas. So we have the status bar as the next one. So in the status bar, will show you information about the current map. Also allows you, this is the status bar here. It also allows you to adjust the map scale, the map rotation, and the mouse cursor coordinates on the map. As you can see me moving, pay attention to the coordinates just at the bottom as I'm moving the cursor. As you can see, it's changing. The scale basically means how many, the number on the right, it's how many times smaller a particular object that you are seeing on the map canvas, how many times smaller it is in relation to the same object on the ground. We have the coordinate system here, which is basically, we have different types of coordinate system. In a nutshell, coordinate system is a reference system of all physical locations in QGIS. So some powerful engineers and scientists were able to reference all the physical locations, which we can now use to visualize, and we can navigate ourselves to those places using devices that have got GPS capabilities. So that is about the status bar. The sidebar by default contains the tools needed to load the layers and also to create new layer. Remember, layer and data are synonymous. Remember, you can move the tools bar however you want it. For the purpose of this course, I will leave it there so that I don't get to confuse you. I can change that in an advanced course because you'd have known and you'd have played around with a lot of data. The next one is a locator bar. And basically the locator bar, you have access to all the objects in QGIS, which is layers, features, settings. It's basically a search. This one at the bottom left is just basically a search toolbar for anything that you're looking for. For example, if you have a folder with a lot of data and you don't know where a particular song is, or a video, or any file that you're looking for, you will go and search it in the search bar for the computer. So it works the same way for QGIS. So we have come to the end of this lecture 2.1, an overview of QGIS interface. It's been quite interesting. And now we are going to go into our next lecture. See you.